This is my initial XML, and I've created a hierarchical relationship within stakeholders of food fraud. So for instance, we've got farm, abattoir, manufacturer and supermarket. Now I found the XML simple to understand, and the software I used had the ability to help me define my tags. So for instance, here we have company name. I've used a hyphen, and it doesn't compare to the Pascal case over here, so it underlines it as an error. So the software did really help me to follow and create well structured and valid documents. Although I've created a hierarchical structure for stakeholders, the relationship is not truly defined. So for instance, manufacturer sells products to the supermarket, however this relationship is not shown. So I wanted to address this issue and revise my XML. So this is my revised XML where we have supermarket here, and that's technically the top class of the hierarchical structure. So for instance, supermarket ID, if I click on that to drop that down, this one, supermarket ID 1 is Asda, and we're able to identify Asda's address, so that's number 1 Market Street, Chapeltown. For instance, we're able to close that in the structure. We're able to identify what manufacturers the supermarket deal with. So for instance, the manufacturer that ID 1, this is Findus Group. So Asda deal with Findus Group, and Findus Group's address is 77 Kingsway, Westminster, London. We're able to identify the purchase ID, so what purchase the manufacturer has made with the supermarket. So from this we're able to understand the transaction date, so when that purchase was made, and what batches that's included. So again, this is only one batch, but multiple things can be added in here, multiple batches basically. And this batch basically was created on this date, and it includes these products. So product ID 1 is a beef lasagna, and the date it was created. We're able to understand that it's got 3 raw meat produce and 2 yield. So if we take a look at one of the yield, we're able to identify that this is tomato, it's a Jersey Royal, and it's come from the Healy farm, and we're able to identify the address of Healy farm. We're also able to identify that the yield 2 is mushroom, description magic mushroom, and that's come from, again, Healy farm, so farm ID 1, unlike here, farm ID 1. So if we close them down and then take a look at the raw meat produce, if I look at number 2, for instance, we're able to identify that this meat cut is the shoulder, and it's from this cow, which is ID 2, and it's a Highland cow, and we've got its date of birth. We're able to understand that this was reared on the Dale farm, and the Dale farm's address is 11 Dale Lane, Hillsborough. From this we're able to identify that this livestock as well has been slaughtered at this abattoir, which is M. Bradmore Abattoir, and that address is 1 Coates Lane, Oxbury. So from this we're able to identify full traceability throughout the XML,